Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to get into today's topic with you. If you're wrapping up 10th grade right now and kind of looking out at the horizon wondering where your path leads, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're looking at a career-focused learning journey. Think of this explainer as your personal compass for navigating the wild and exciting universe of software and IT training. We're going to break down exactly how you can build a really rewarding career in tech, step by step, so you can literally start building your future today. It's the ultimate question, isn't it? What on earth comes after 10th grade? It's a huge crossroads, and honestly, it can feel pretty overwhelming. You've got all these choices, a ton of pressure, and this completely blank canvas staring back at you. Okay, let's dive into this, because the tech industry is genuinely one of the most dynamic, future-proof solutions out there for your career. And the best part? It's a field that doesn't necessarily require you to wait until you have some four-year university degree to start doing things. The barrier to entry is entirely based on your willingness to learn. So here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the world of software. Second, essential skills and tools. Third, your tech learning path. Fourth, a really cool 10-week training plan. And finally, the realities of an IT career. All right, part one, the world of software. Let's establish what this landscape actually looks like. You know, sometimes the phrase information technology sounds like this massive, super intimidating concept, but let's demystify it for a second. At its core, software and IT simply involves creating the digital tools that you and I use every single day. We're talking about building apps for your phone, designing websites for businesses, and developing software like the video games you play. It's really about shifting from just being a consumer in the digital space to actually becoming a creator. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just the sheer variety of roles you can aim for once you jump in. You aren't just shoved into a box labeled computer person. You could become a software developer, building heavy-duty back-end systems. You could be a web developer, crafting the internet pages we all browse. You might specialize as an app developer or lean into entertainment as a game developer. And hey, if you've got an eye for design and user experience, you could totally thrive as a UI/UX designer. The opportunities are just incredibly vast. And get this, the destination isn't just your standard traditional desk job either. The treasure at the end of this journey includes working at established IT companies, sure, but you can also join the fast-paced, highly innovative world of startups. If you value independence, freelancing is a massive avenue in tech. And perhaps the most sought-after perk of all, remote jobs. You can potentially work for a company halfway across the globe right from your own living room. Moving right along to Section 2, Essential Skills and Tools. Every hero needs to pack their gear before a quest, right? I actually love this comparison right here because it clears up such a common misconception. Yes, absolutely, you need technical skills like programming and web development. That's your hard coding knowledge. But equally important are your soft skills, logic, problem solving, and creativity. Honestly, writing code is kind of like a giant puzzle. If you're a logical thinker who enjoys creative problem solving, you already possess the foundational soft skills you need to succeed in tech. You just need to learn the syntax. So, what are the actual tools of the trade? Well, the weapons for this quest are surprisingly accessible. For writing and managing your code, industry-standard platforms like VS Code and GitHub are absolute essentials. But how do you actually learn to use them? Your training grounds are right out there on the internet. Everyday places like YouTube and online courses. You don't need access to some hidden, expensive academy. The best resources are often completely free or very low cost. And once you build these skills up, you'll definitely want to validate them to employers. Right after 10th grade, you can pursue a formal diploma in computer science. You can also look into an ITI, which stands for Industrial Training Institutes, that offer great technical courses. Or, honestly, you can just pursue recognized online certifications. These credentials basically serve as your official passport into the professional tech world. Okay, Section 3, your tech learning path. We've got our tools. Now let's map out the route. This right here is a brilliant roadmap, taking you from an absolute beginner to a specialized pro. Now, the crucial point is to take it one logical phase at a time, so you don't feel overwhelmed. You start at step 1, grasping the absolute basics of computers and the internet. Step 2 introduces you to actual coding logic. By step 3, you're applying that to web dev. In step 4, you pick your specialization. What do you actually love doing? Step 5 is critical, building real-world projects to prove your skills. And finally, step 6 brings you to advanced skills so you really stand out. It's a beautifully clear, methodical progression. Which brings us to Section 4, the 10-week training plan. We've seen the big picture, but let's break this down into a fast, actionable quest. Let's dive in and see how this builds over just 2.5 months. This timeline is amazing because it shows how rapidly you can evolve. Weeks 1 and 2 are dedicated entirely to those foundational basics. Then, in weeks 3 and 4, you learn HTML and CSS, which are basically the building blocks of how websites look. By weeks 5 and 6, you add JavaScript, and that's what makes websites actually interactive. Finally, weeks 7 through 10 are all about combining those skills to build real projects. In just 10 weeks, you transition from zero knowledge to a project-building coder. And what exactly will you be building? This is where your confidence is just gonna skyrocket. By week 10, you will have built tangible, genuinely impressive mini projects. You'll code your very own portfolio website to show off your work. You'll build a fully functional calculator. You'll create a dynamic quiz app and even a weather app that pulls in real data. I mean, these aren't just textbook exercises. This is real software you can show to friends, family, and for sure, future employers.
All right, Section 5, Realities of an IT Career. It's super vital to have a realistic view of the industry before jumping in.
Look, on the advantages side, the perks are just undeniable. There is huge, high demand for these skills, which translates to a really good salary. You have the flexibility to work from home, and the scope of your career is truly global. However, we have to impartially weigh that against the challenges. Tech changes fast, which means continuous learning. You can never really just stop studying. There is high competition for the best roles, and mastering coding requires intense, consistent practice. It is incredibly rewarding, but it definitely demands your dedication. So, if you commit to this roadmap, what's your guaranteed payoff? Well, conquering this 10-week training plan ensures 3 massive final outcomes. First, you will actually possess the hard skills to build basic apps. Second, you will deeply understand the mechanics of coding. And third, with all that knowledge in hand, you'll be able to confidently choose your specific IT career path, knowing exactly what interests you the most.
I want to pause on this quote because it really just hits the nail on the head. The ultimate outcome is the ability to build basic apps, deeply understand coding, and confidently choose your IT career path. You are literally moving from that post-10th grade uncertainty straight into empowered clarity about your professional future.
We've explored the landscape, unpacked the tools you need, mapped out a crazy fast 10-week path, and weighed the realities of a career in software and IT. The map is right here in front of you, just waiting to be followed. It's going to take logic, it's going to take creativity, and yeah, it will take practice. But the destination is a flexible, high-demand career with global reach. So I leave you with one final, very important question. Are you ready to write your first line of code? Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I really hope this roadmap helps you navigate an amazing future in tech.